The US government shutdown is now into its 35th day, and Speaker Johnson has had enough. Johnson has heard the desperation of federal workers who are now going on month 2 without a paycheck, and is desperately coming up with a plan to bypass Chuck Schumer in a bid to reopen the government and get things moving again.
Evidence speaks for itself. So we're going above the heads of the so-called leadership, and we are appealing to the consciences of a handful of people in the Senate who want to do the right thing and just stop the pain for the American people. And we pray that today is that day. Maybe tying for the longest shutdown in history is something that they can claim as some sort of success. But it's sickening. It's sickening to see a political game being played. We're not playing a game here. We never were. Back on September 19th, to remind you all again, we passed a clean, nonpartisan CR that's 24 pages in length, had not a single Republican priority on it. Why? Because we did it in good faith, because we didn't want this eventuality to occur. We knew it would be too painful for the people, and that's why we've always done the right thing, as everyone has said over and over. Now they won't, and we all know why. Yes, sir.
Speaker Johnson was forced to take extraordinary action after the Democrats today voted for the 14th time to keep the government shut.
The yeas are 54, the nays are 44. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn in, not having voted in the affirmative, the motion is not agreed to.
Caroline Leavitt unleashed on Schumer and the Democrats, who are maintaining the shutdown during her White House press briefing.
We are now on day 35 of the Democrat government shutdown. The Democrats' obstructionism will break the record for the longest government shutdown in American history tonight. The Democrats are intentionally hurting American families, workers, and businesses with this shutdown to fight for free health care for illegal aliens and to appease their radical left-wing base. And it's a total disgrace. This past weekend, Americans traveling to weddings, funerals, vacations, and meetings faced significant flight disruptions at airports across the country because of staffing shortages. On Sunday alone, more than 5,000 flights traveling to and from U.S. airports were delayed. Since the Democrat shutdown began, 4 times as many staffing shortages have been reported at air traffic control facilities compared to last year. TSA checkpoint wait times ballooned past 3 hours at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport, with some passengers enduring up to 5 hours in line. At nearby William P. Hobby Airport in Texas, security wait times are routinely exceeding 1 hour. More than 13,000 air traffic controllers are continuing to work without pay. Because of the Democrats, these men and women who keep our airspace safe and moving will miss a second paycheck in a row this Friday if Democrats refuse to open the government.
And it's not only Republicans who are slamming Schumer for the shutdown. Democrat John Fetterman has had enough and can see the disastrous effects it's having on critical workers.
And that's where I'm at, and America's fly system, now that's now been impacted. I fly every week, and I can see more and more delays and cancelings right there on the boards. So why would we want to mess with this now? We're just a couple weeks away from Thanksgiving. I think we've reached the point now. This really has to end, and it's not about the blame or who's going to blink. Right now, I think this thing, it's entirely appropriate, has to end.
He then went on to encourage his party to vote to end this.
I would describe it of they realizing it's getting harder and harder to rationalize keeping our entire government down. And it doesn't mean there's 47 of us and we need 5 more. So this doesn't need a wave. It just needs 5 more colleagues to say, look, you know, we can all 47 of us agrees we should want to extend our tax credits and make our health insurance more affordable. But now we need 5 more to agree this has gone too long and it needs to end. And everyone deserves to get paid. And we want to make sure everyone gets fed. And we are sending the wrong message at this point.
And whilst most of the mainstream media, like CNN, is backing the reopening of the government despite their leftist biases, like Jake Tapper bluntly schooling Sarah McBride on CNN yesterday.
Should the Democratic senators from New Mexico, your home state, vote to open the government so that these SNAP funds are not at risk?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding
this
their.
is
I'm
a
not applauding
choice
their
by
tactics.
the White House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This
they
is
are
also,
choosing
Congresswoman,
to cut
this is
off
also a
food
choice
assistance.
by Senate Democrats
No,
to not
it is
vote
not.
to open the government. Yes, it is.
This
I understand
Senate-
why they're doing it.
60 Minutes continues to gaslight the public into thinking the Republicans are at fault. Donald Trump unleashed at the assertion and maintains he will not be extorted into reopening the government.
You have helped end these government shutdowns in the past when they came about, and you did it by bringing.
I'm very good at it,
You
but I'm
brought
not going to
members of
do it by.
Congress
I'm not going to do
to
it
the
by
White House.
extortion. I'm not going to do it by being extorted by the Democrats who have lost their way. There's something wrong with these people.
So then what happens on November
is a
15th when the
basket
troops
case.
don't get a paycheck?
Schumer is a basket case, and he has nothing to lose. He's become, I just left Japan, he's become a kamikaze pilot.
Sounds like it's not going to get solved, the shutdown.
It's going to get solved, yeah. Oh, it's going to get solved.
How?
We'll get it solved. Eventually, they're going to have to vote.
You're saying the Democrats will capitulate.
I think they have to. And if they don't vote, that's their problem. Now, I happen to agree with something else. I think we should do the nuclear option. This is a totally different.
And meanwhile, Chuck Schumer is delusionally thinking the American people are buying this Trump misinformation campaign that he's pushing.
On Saturday, for the first time in American history, a vicious, heartless president is cutting off food stamps to hungry children, elderly who can't afford enough food to feed themselves, veterans who are down on their luck, all because he wants to use them as hostages so that Democrats will stop fighting for people's health care. We can do both. Provide better health care and provide SNAP benefits to the tens of millions who need it.
But Speaker Johnson confirmed that Schumer is delusional, with even the Democrats' biggest allies turning against the party.
Why do you think they will be willing to come back to the table and negotiate at some point? They think that they're winning the optics of this.
Well, I don't know how they can believe they're winning if it were indeed a game to them, and I think it is, because you have all the unions now coming out against them, you have the major airlines in the country, you have every segment of the population and hardworking Americans who will be going without. You have 42 million recipients of SNAP that are in jeopardy right now. You have women, infants, and children because the nutrition program that President Trump and the White House have heroically funded thus far is running out of money. And of course the troops. I mean, we've gotten them paid now for 2 cycles, but that money is not inexhaustible and it's running out. And so increasingly the American people will be feeling the pain, and after we pass that threshold of the 1st of this month, it gets very real for more and more people.